back in the day, well, not so long ago, dating was a completely different experience to what it is now. You would meet someone, you'd converse, you would organise a date, you'd get ready, do your hair, get the wax out of your ears, prep yourself, and then you would rock up at their front door and you would meet the parents and you'd give them flowers and then you'd go on a date. Not so anymore, unfortunately. Basically what Tinder is an app that, using Facebook information, is able to build a user profile with photos that have been uploaded to Facebook. Basically information is gathered and candidates who are most likely to be compatible on their location or the number of mutual friends that they have and common interests are then basically streamed into a list of potential matches. Based on the results of the potential candidates, the app allows the user to anonymously like another user by swiping right or to pass on the other user by swiping left. If two users do like each other, then that results in a match and they are able to chat within the app. Tinder has changed the way that people interact with each other on a purely introductory basis. As Gregoriadis from Rolling Stone adequately put it, it's upended the way single people connect. There's always been a stigma related to online dating, and Tinder very much falls into that category. There was always a stigma about what perceptions were laid upon people that did use these sites. As you'd find that Gatter and Hodkinson can attest to, is stigmatising perceptions of online dating agency users as less sociable individuals who fear face-to-face contact have reduced over the last 10 years. It was found that 21% of people in 2013 agreed that the statement, people who use online dating sites are desperate, in comparison with 29% in 2005. Look out, you've been Tinder surprised. As highlighted by David and Gambry, you'd find that a lot of preliminary assessment on internet-based commentary about Tinder blogs and news and popular media sites, you'll find that there's an infamous Tinder Nightmares account on Instagram with over 1.8 million followers that is dedicated to awkward and distasteful encounters on Tinder. That tends to be a big advocate for what can go wrong in the Tinder landscape, which is also highlighted by the catfish culture, which catfish is a term for someone online who uses a different identity, a pseudo identity, to hide their true identity. And it's made famous by a TV show on MTV, where the host was a victim of someone catfishing him, to which he made a documentary about. It's time for some quick facts. Some would say that Tinder's very superficial, and in a lot of ways it is. What you tend to find is that it's based purely on the people's attractiveness, and what that kind of might be harkened back to is in 1860s and 1880s Paris, there was a kind of photo called carte de visites, which were small photographs that helped locals in the area with their business opportunities and their personal affairs. And what so people like in Instagram and these other photo editing apps that might create a better branding for themselves. What they tend to do is essentially advertise themselves. Here we have a very interesting graph of the percentage of Tinder users by age. So 38% occupied by the 16 to 24-year-olds, and then 45% for the 25 to 34-year-olds, which is a really stark example of the sheer number that age group does hold on the Tinderscape. 13% occupied by 35 to 44, and then 3 and 1 followed by above that. So it's a very interesting opinion that basically what we're seeing is that the younger generation obviously are open to this new technology and are really using it to help meet people and hopefully build relationships.
Tinder is just one of many virtual dating options available, and it undeniably has its pitfalls. Some consider the app to be a byproduct of hookup culture, which fosters superficial relationships. There is no argument that Tinder is now big business, however, worth over $3 billion and has become a worldwide phenomenon. People offer Tinder tips and horror date stories online, and yet the reality is that Tinder offers a safe space to converse and get to know someone. The success stories of true love and marriages are enough to attest to that.